Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. And this video is a focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and it is part of a series of investor profiles for my Middle East database, which is going to be available in 2024. Just a bit of information about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing, spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the past 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 200 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. In addition, I'm an advisor to a New York-based investment company affiliated with a $60 billion fund. The fund focuses on various sectors, particularly income-producing real estate, with capital requirements for projects typically ranging from $10 to $20 million. These projects are selected based on their cash flow and growth potential. If you want more information on my services, you can just click my Fiverr link below. So this guide to Middle East capital includes the following, and it is a unique database I've been working on for quite a while. There's over 150 hours devoted specifically for this database, and this video series is going to not only include the basics of the database, but it's also going to include company profiles in each one. But to start off with, it has 325 companies, it has key contacts, the type of business, the sectors of potential investment interests that they have, it has their websites, the company emails at 274, and key contact emails over 470. And it also is unique because it has key outreach strategy points, and that's what makes this database very, very unique, and you're going to see more of it in Excel spreadsheet format a little bit later on in the video, and the database, of course, will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Starting off, some key database statistics. There's 185 companies that are based in UAE, so just a little more than half of them are UAE based. 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, so about 18%. And 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups. So that makes up about 40% of it. It's the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights Genero Capital in the UAE, and they are one of 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot, they're based in the UAE, and they're classified as an investment company and a private equity firm. Their focus is on real estate and private equity. And company description, Genero Capital is a Dubai-based investment company focused on corporate finance advisory and private equity investments in the Middle East and North Africa. The firm specializes in investments in small to medium enterprises. Company focus. So their investor approach strategy is Genero Capital is founded on the principle of assisting SMEs in MENA, focuses on corporate finance advisory and private equity investments. The firm excels in origination, structuring, and placement in corporate finance while inviting high net worth individuals and strategic partners for co-investments in private equity, adding consistent value to its carefully selected portfolio. Company expertise, Genero Capital, with its skilled team and profound regional connections, stands out in corporate finance and private equity. The firm's dedication to adding value to SMEs is evident in its experience, independence, and deep understanding of the MENA region, ensuring effective solutions to clients' financial and business needs. And the geographic reach, Genero Capital's core business spans the Middle East and North Africa, where it addresses the challenges faced by SMEs. The firm's integrity and independence position as its reliable partner in finding creative solutions, making strategic investments, and navigating diverse markets globally. And here are some of their previous investments and collaborations. And here are some potential investment opportunities to approach them with. My database, and you're going to see the spreadsheet a little bit later on in the video, has 3 potential opportunities that you could approach all 325 companies with. And you're going to hear more about this, but I basically looked at what they previously invested in, a bit of information from their website, their press releases, and just their target profile based on similar companies like them. So in this case, given their past investment patterns and existing philosophy, you might want to propose the following investment opportunities to them. That could involve private equity opportunities, technology opportunities, and companies that are in the financial services. They will also look at real estate as well. So one of the key benefits of my database is it includes tips for investor outreach. This is what makes it very unique, and there's no other database like it, and you're going to see that in a few minutes as we show the spreadsheet part of the presentation. And it's the best database for first-time fundraising, whether you're a company or a startup looking to raise capital, pre-seed, seed capital, or if you're a company looking to pitch your investment opportunity. Could be real estate, it could be any other type of financial investment opportunity. This database gives you key outreach touch points that can help you build your first contact with companies in the Middle East. Companies in the Middle East are a little bit different. This database, and as you're going to see, has contacts of chairmen, CEOs, partners, major key players in the firms, and it's also going to have some secondary contacts and also a lot of HR contacts. And the reason I put them in there is so that you can build up a profile of different contacts throughout the company. And I learned this tactic when I was working in the Middle East for a very large company that was involved in doing massive transactions, and mainly in real estate, and we dealt with companies and projects that were in the $50 million, $100 million category. So what we did was we built up relationships with people throughout these type of firms, and not just trying to hit the chairman with our investment opportunity. We started off with their investment analysts, maybe their associates, try to gain information about what type of investments they look at, and that helped us build up a profile and a database that was one of the best in the Middle East for people and companies that want to actually market large projects. So this is a great database for companies that are in that space. If you're in the service industry and you have that type of company, or if you're looking to do a one-off marketing for a large project that may be coming up, this is a great database to do it. So if you know who the contact is, one of the key outreach touch points in this case could be observing Genero's focus on facilitating growth for businesses. Our opportunity seeks to contribute to the positive change you champion. So when you send this to somebody, they know that you've done a little bit more research. First of all, you should never spam this type of database because it's just too sophisticated to do that, and you're not going to get anywhere. Now, your outreach for an unknown contact, and what I've done is I've spent a lot of time not only having to make sure that the info ad and admin ad and their company database, company emails on there, but also to make sure there's a large amount of the HR contacts there, and there's a specific reason for this. You send an email, a professionally created email to someone in HR, they're not going to just delete it. They're going to do one of two things. They're either going to pass it on to whoever should have received the email, or they're going to give you the contact at their company. And that's a really key point in when you're trying to do fundraising in the Middle East, is you should not be just targeting your emails to CEOs and chairmen, because there's always a chain of command. So what if you don't know the contact? Then your outreach for that contact and subject heading could say, in this case, exploring opportunities with Genero Capital. And then your key initial email approach line may include, we're interested in discussing potential collaborations that align with your interests. Who can guide us? You can be guaranteed that whoever receives that email is going to do one of those two things. In other words, give you the contact or pass it along. And that's really key for when you're trying to develop your strategy for fundraising in the Middle East. This is the type of seed capital and angel group you can find in my exclusive guide to Middle East capital. I created this exclusive database to help founders reach out to seed and angel investors with confidence. There is no other resource like it, period. And you can also check my ultimate guide to raising startup capital with over 140 pages, suitable for people who are doing first-time fundraising. That's something else that you can find on my Fiverr profile. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are 2 what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact title. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are 2 types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered as spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third-tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts. But if you're interested in this particular database, just reach out to me on my Fiverr profile below. My master database includes 400,000 verified global contacts. That includes angel investors, family investment offices, pension funds, hedge funds, private equity databases, REITs, Middle East premium high net worth and ultra high net worth investors database, venture capital lists, and investment banks. I also help clients with pitch deck reviews and corporate fundraising presentations. If you're just getting ready to send your presentation out to an investor, send it to me. I have a service on Fiverr where I will review it for you. Approximately 80% of the presentations that I get sent are not suitable to be sent out to investors. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.